You heard about all the toxic chemicals and gases damaging our Earth and its atmosphere? I started studying them when I learned about all the impact it'll have on the future generations and my generation. You've probably noticed the recent push for electric vehicles and renewable energy resources in today's day and age. I'm going to tell you all about how greenhouse gases are created, how they affect our planet today and in the future, and how we can reduce their impact and their creation. Greenhouse gases are created from the output of burning certain materials such as coal, and it's output by CO2 from cars and other vehicles. The Environmental Protection Agency did a study in 2022 stating that 30 billion tons of gases are output by humans a year. They also, through their research, showed that 25% of that greenhouse gas output was created by heating and electricity production, which shows how the push for electricity is not quite ready for it to be full-fledged. They also revealed that the US is in 15% of greenhouse gas output for the entire world, whereas China is 30%. China is the top producer of greenhouse gases at 30% because of their manufacturing prowess. Greenhouse gases affect the Earth significantly, and we've been seeing their effects now, and their effects are just going to become greater in the future. The EPA in 2022 discovered that the global temp has shifted 1.8 degrees hotter in 115 years, which may not seem like a big difference, but once you start multiplying that together, it'll start becoming larger and larger, and that global temp will make certain regions that used to be winter climates, they'll make them into tropical climates, and it'll change the whole Earth and its ecosystem. Greenhouse gases also affect water and air quality. It creates more sediment in rivers and streams and lakes, and it also creates more smog and CO2 in the air that we're breathing. Greenhouse gases also are warming the ocean and creating polar ice caps to melt and causing the ocean to become more acidic through salt deposits and CO2 emissions. The world is working on reducing the greenhouse gas output that they are using, and they're looking into how they can do so. One of the biggest candidates for said greenhouse gas output reduction is nuclear energy. Nuclear energy makes up about 20% of the world's energy creation, and that's from the Center for Climate and Energy Solutions in 2020. So nuclear energy most likely contributes more in today's day and age. The problem with nuclear energy, and the reason why we don't use it as much, is because it's very high cost to create and maintain. It also creates nuclear waste, which is a whole different type of effect on the Earth, and we have no good way to dispose of it other than just dump it in landfills. And it also, a positive to nuclear energy is it has a low greenhouse gas output. It isn't a zero emission output, but it creates significantly less than these coal burning factories. The other big candidate for greenhouse gas reduction is renewable energy, such as windmills, solar, water turbines, and other things like that, such as the Hoover Dam, which uses water turbines to create a huge amount of electricity for the United States. The problem with renewable energy, once again, it is severely expensive to create and maintain, and you get a small output of electricity for a large mass of windmills. Like if you have a whole field of windmills, you're making less electricity than if you had one factory, coal burning factory, making electricity. You guys are now well acquainted with the greenhouse gases and what effects they give off. I went over how greenhouse gases are created, how they affect the Earth, and how we are working to reduce greenhouse gas output in the future and today. Next time you complain about it being too hot outside, think about how much greenhouse gas our society is offering.